Hello, this is Frank Caruso, producer of Oregon Life, and I got to meet the Dairyland Sports Mad City Invitational athletes, referees, coaches, parents, volunteers, and I want to thank them all for providing their time and showcasing their incredible talents. Again, a shout out to Tour Horse Insurance, who has been a continued contributor to OCAmedia and Oregon Life. And if you would like to donate in any way, visit our donation page on the web or contact Paul at OCAmedia.com. And if you'd like to sponsor a show like Oregon Life or 2 Tickets, please, or Let's Talk Oregon, or any of our sporting events and many other programs that we produce at OCA Media, please contact Paul, as I said earlier. For now, enjoy this episode of Oregon Life.
Hi, I'm Deb Jenks. We're here today at Verona High School in Verona, Wisconsin, and we're here for the Madison Mad City Invitational. A wheelchair basketball sanctioning event. It's a regional qualifier. 2 teams out of this event will get bids to the Nationals for the NWBA. As one of the co-founders of Dairyland Sports, as we're trying to build more events here in the Madison area, we need volunteers, we need more local people to be more involved. The reason why we do this and why we help our partners at Mad City Basketball is before this, they've had to travel to hours and hours to different states. This is the first time, this is our 2nd annual, but to have an event here in the Madison area where these families don't have to travel to other places in the Midwest.
Hi, I'm Caleb, and I'm going to tell you a bit about our basketball chairs. So you may notice the wheels are angled out. That is for, well, like tipping. So it's harder to tip in a ball chair than it is when the wheels are straight up and down. It's also for like speed in like turning, so it's faster to turn in a circle when you have the wheels angled out than it is when the wheels are straight up and down. So I sit, this is what we call flat, so the seat is at 90 degrees with everything, because I have full range of motion in my core and my hips. So we're all classed. There's a class system for the players, and juniors is different, but in international, I'm a 3-5, which is like one of the most able players on the court. Whereas like a class 1, who's like a spinal cord injury and has no abs or hips, they sit lower, so it's easier for them to get up when they like lean forward because they don't have that control by themselves.
I'm Brandy Blower. I am one of the parents for Mad City Badger. My son Dodge Shore is one of the players. We have been a part of Mad City for seven seasons now. We got into the Mad City Badgers when my son was discharged from the hospital when he was in a car accident and became paraplegic. Being a part of Mad City Badgers and basically any wheelchair basketball team has been a godsend to our family. Dodge, going from being able to play like able sport, he played every sport there was, to not be able to play, being told that he was going to be paraplegic, about crushed him. And when we found out about wheelchair basketball, the first night that he went into the gym and seen other kids just like him, he lit right up, and he hasn't stopped smiling, and that's been 7 years ago, and he's still going. And for any parent that's struggling with their child that can't find a sport, they're out there. Look, do research. We did research, and if it wasn't for them, I honestly don't know where Dodge would be right now, emotionally or mentally. And like I said, we come to a tournament and he rolls in and he's a totally different person than he was when he's back at home where he's the only kid in a small town in a wheelchair. And to come here and see all these other kids that are like him, you belong. These are your people. And for our family, like I said, it's been wonderful. And we've gotten to meet so many people all over basically the country because of all the traveling we did, and we've made so many lifelong friends. It's just been fantastic.
Hi, I'm Dodge. I've been playing with Mad City for 7 years now. I first learned about this sport when I was coming out of the hospital after my car accident, and my mom had just been looking up for something for me to do. And someone messaged her about wheelchair basketball, so we tried it one night, and I was on the team. I did play able-bodied basketball before the accident, and now playing this has become a lot different. There's different techniques, different rules, especially defending. You can't just stay on one person the whole game. You got to switch with your teammates and talk to them. And then same with offense. You are more athletic-wise, shoot the ball, you're lower than you are playing able-bodied basketball. When I was in the accident, I didn't think I'd be able to play another sport, and wheelchair basketball came around and has changed my life dramatically. I didn't know if I'd be able to go on and play at college, but luckily me, I am going to UW Whitewater next year to play wheelchair basketball and study elementary education. So if you ever want to give it a try, Mad City is always looking for players. So
my name's John Boy, Johnboie. My real name is John Boy. Most people call me JB. This is kind of a cool opportunity to come back here. I started playing wheelchair basketball with Mad City when I was a little kid, like a lot of these, and it's cool to see my coach here, Amy Spangler, is where I got started, and she, has coached on Team USA on the women's side, and my whole journey has brought me to where I play in the Paralympics. So growing up not far from UW Whitewater was a big part of my growth in the sport. Whitewater is known as the Duke or the Kentucky of the wheelchair basketball world. So that's where I went on to go play in my first summer camp. It's where I played in college. It's where I work. And it's been an awesome place to springboard me onto the USA platform. This weekend, in the last couple of years, has been a unique opportunity as well to officiate, put on the black and white stripes and give back to the sport. Have somebody that, gives calls, and, it's a little more respectable, I think, because I play the sport, I've played the sport, and, folks know my perspective a little bit differently. Yeah, when I was a kid, I grew up wanting to one day play for the Green Bay Packers. Grew up on a farm. It's actually how I got hurt when I was little. But once I hit a certain age, I kind of realized, I'm probably not going to be playing a sport on grass against able-bodied people. And that's where I went to my first wheelchair basketball camp when I was 11 at UW Whitewater. And it gave me an exposure to the sport and to others with disabilities. It changed my life entirely to not only have my competitive, outlet, but also to make bonds with brothers and sisters who are going through a similar thing to you. With a very visible adversity, having a disability, whether it be an amputee or spina bifida or something more severe. It's a great outlet for myself and has definitely changed my life. Also allowed me to, travel the world, play on Team USA, win a couple gold medals in the Paralympics. And even next year I'm very excited to go to Paris and, extend those accolades. So I'm very excited.
Amy Spangler, head coach of the Mad City Badgers wheelchair basketball team. I've been coaching for 20 plus years. We're here with the help of Dairyland Sports, hosting a junior wheelchair basketball tournament in Verona. I got involved in coaching when I was a student at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. I volunteered for a few adaptive sports camps and just kind of fell in love with the sport. And through that volunteer work, I met the past coach of the Mad City team, and I started helping her out, and then I took over when she decided she was going to move on to other things. I love the part of wheelchair basketball where kids with a variety of disabilities can participate. You don't have to be able to even make a basket to be an impact on the court. There are roles that different players can play by picking, playing defense, handling the ball. So if you're not strong enough to make a basket yet, but you can pick to get your teammates open, you can still be a valuable member on the team. And you'll see that with our team, as we have kids age 10 through 18 on our squad. And the younger kids learn how to pick at a young age, and then as they get stronger, then they become the people that can score the points for the team. But their picking is just as important as the baskets being made, because without it, nobody would be able to score a basket. One of the unique aspects of wheelchair basketball, for at least in the youth division, is that it's like an extended family for everyone involved. The kids get support from each other, they understand each other and the challenges that they face off the court. So when they come together, again, it's like a community and a support system. It also is for the parents involved. They get to meet other parents and they talk about issues they're having, and they help each other and support each other through figuring things out for their children. So I love that aspect. The kids are friends with kids from other teams, and when we get together, they hang out together. And then when it's game time, they compete against each other, but when the game is over, they're friends again, and they have understandings for each other. It also builds confidence in the athletes. They take the confidence that they get from the court, and they're more confident in themselves at school. They become more independent in their everyday lives, and all of that just comes from being a part of a competitive basketball team, which I think is great, since many schools don't provide adaptive sports for their students with disabilities.
We would love to continue to do our fundraising for our raffles every year. This is our second year hosting our tournament. In order to host our own tournament, it takes a lot of time, volunteers, sponsors, and money, basically donations. We get raffle baskets, anybody can donate a raffle basket. Everything, 100% of the proceeds that Mad City raises through our silent auction and our Chinese raffle goes right back to the Mad City Badgers, which in turn helps pay for our costs pays for our equipment, gym rental, wheelchairs, tires, tubes, coach buses, which if we have our nationals are really far away, we rent a coach bus. All that stuff adds up. Like our tournament fees can run between $200 to $500 just to play in a tournament. So any little bit that we can raise or get donated helps tremendously towards our team to keep these kids to be able to keep playing a sport.
Other youth sports and other local basketball teams have many basketball tournaments around the area. When it comes to wheelchair basketball, there's only a few within the state, and so they have to travel far distances. It's a lot for the families. It's an expensive sport with all the wheelchairs. So it's a lot to put this on and get officials. So the more that we can support Dairyland Sports as we support these events like this, with funding, with volunteering, and just coming out to support these amazing athletes.